Desmond picked it up with trembling hands, and as he read each line, it felt like the ground beneath him was breaking apart. Rita was gone. Not only had she left him, but she also revealed a truth cruel enough to destroy whatever was left of his pride. The child he had believed was his was never his. She had deceived him from the beginning. The mansion he stood in, the car he drove, and all the properties tied to him had already been sold. She left him with nothing except a cruel message telling him he had 24 hours to pack out and return to the street where he came from. By the time Desmond reached the final line, the paper slipped from his fingers. He collapsed. There, on the polished floor of the same mansion he once used to mock Esther's poor life, Desmond sat and cried like a child. The pain that hit him was more than betrayal. It was realization. All at once, he saw the truth he had refused to see before. Esther had loved him when he had nothing. Esther had stood beside him when the whole world looked down on him. Esther fed him, clothed him, struggled for him, believed in him, and even helped him rise. She was the one who carried him from the streets into a life of dignity. And what had he done in return? He abandoned her. He left her for a woman wrapped in beauty, lies, and luxury. He turned his back on the woman who truly loved him and the child that was truly his. And now the glitter had faded. The lies had been exposed. The woman he trusted had emptied his life and vanished. For the first time, Desmond understood that he had not merely made a mistake. He had destroyed his own home with his own hands. Driven by regret and desperation, he rushed out of the mansion with only one thought in his heart. He had to find Esther. Maybe, just maybe, it was not too late. Maybe he could still stop her from signing the divorce papers. Maybe he could beg. Maybe he could explain. Maybe she would listen. But some doors, once broken, do not open again. When Desmond arrived at Esther's house, he knocked with all the strength in him. He called her name over and over, his voice trembling, his chest heavy with fear. He called for his wife. He called for his daughter. He begged the silence to answer. But Esther did not come out. Instead, Mama Eze appeared. The moment she saw him, there was no welcome in her eyes, no pity, no softness, only the cold, hard look of a woman who had watched Esther suffer while he was busy enjoying another life. Desmond pleaded with her, calling Esther his wife, asking for his daughter, begging to know where they were. But Mama Eze only laughed bitterly at him. The same man who once walked away so proudly had now returned with tears in his eyes, asking for the woman he treated like she meant nothing. Then came the words that shattered him even more.